Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second interview with the new signing of this summer. This time I'm joined with Billy Waters. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. Good to be on here. Yeah.
Just want to start off by welcoming you to the new club, and how's it feel to finally sign?
Thank you. Buzzing to get it sorted. Obviously, last season, being at Torquay, playing against Halifax, always thought that they were a good side. Hopefully this season we can be right up there, challenging at the top.
I was just go through your career a little bit. Obviously, you started coming through the youth ranks at Crewe Alexandra before breaking into the first team there. What was that like?
Yeah, it was great. Crewe sort of had a reputation of bringing through academy players. And I was lucky enough to get a chance in the first team, and it was a great experience at that age. And obviously got released at 20, and then that was probably the best thing that could have happened for me in terms of then playing regularly men's football.
Yeah, and then in 2015 you made that switch to Cheltenham Town. It was in the end, and I'm sure you've got fond memories of playing at the Shea with that 7-1 win.
Oh yeah. Good mate of mine scored a hat-trick that day, Jack Munns. I think I came on, scored off the bench. So yeah, it was a hammering that day. I can't lie.
Absolutely, and also whilst you're at Cheltenham, you were voted as club's players player, and young player of the year. That must have been quite special.
Yeah, it was. Probably the best season I had in League Two, and at the end of it, to get all those awards, it was, I felt really, really proud to have got them. But we struggled that season, fighting relegation most of the season there. But on a personal note, it was a great season for me.
Yeah, and then you left Cheltenham in 2017, made the switch to Northampton Town. What was that move like?
Yeah, it was, it felt right at the time. Obviously, getting a 3-year deal at a League One club was, brilliant. And it was sort of like, you want to go to that club, then go again. Unfortunately, things didn't really work out at Northampton for me. And then obviously had various loan moves and things like that. So it's just one of them. It's football. There's ups, there's downs. Bit of a roller coaster. So, but I don't regret going. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, like you mentioned, you had multiple, I suppose, Cambridge back at Cheltenham and Newport County. What was that sort of period like in your career?
It was tough because when I went to Cambridge in the first year, I really loved it at Cambridge. And then I was sort of trying to get out of Northampton that year, but they wouldn't let me go. And then second year again, sort of did the first 6 months at Northampton again, and then went back on loan to Cheltenham. And then I was meant to be signing again for Cheltenham that season. I was put on the transfer list by Northampton. They said I could go. And then basically they turned around and said, "Oh no, we want money for you." So it was, it sort of killed my move, and ended up sort of being there again. So it was a bit of a nightmare, to be honest with you. And then being at Newport was just one of them where, I didn't really get a run, and then COVID hit and the season was finished. And then after that, it was tough, trying to find a club with a pandemic going on. And it just happened that I ended up going down to Torquay.
Yeah, like you say, Torquay, and back into the National League, and it was a good season for you, obviously reaching the playoff final. Yeah,
of course. It was a tough season, obviously being all the way down there in lockdown and what have you. But still great season. Obviously, I've worked with Gary Johnson before, so I knew what he was all about. But it was a great set of lads, and we had a great season. Just unfortunately couldn't get it over the line in the end.
Yeah, like you said, made it all the way to the playoff final. You were top of the league for a long period as well. That playoff final must have been a great experience.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Because I've never been in playoffs before. So yeah, it was a great experience. The semi-final, the atmosphere was incredible. So was the final. But it was one of them where we felt like we should have and we could have won the league. And when that didn't happen, it was right. Well, then we'll get promoted through the playoffs. And like I said, it was just one of them. It was unfortunate. And obviously Hartlepool ended up doing us. And
now you've signed with the Shaman. What was it like meeting with the gaffer for the first time?
Yeah, it was brilliant. I met with the gaffer and the assistant, and yeah, they just, they explained how they run things, the aspirations for the club, and it just all fit really. So it wasn't one of them that I had to do too much thinking over it. It felt like the right move. I'm sure it will be, and yeah.
And sort of, did you know any of the staff or the players before you made the move?
No, I didn't. To be fair, I knew that the gaffer had been at Oldham, but I don't know. I've not played with any of the players who were there. Obviously, when I signed up, I've had a few mates saying, "Oh, they've got mutual friends there and things like that." So I'm sure they're a good bunch, and yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting the boys.
And now a bit more about you. What kind of player are you, and what can we expect to see you bring to the team?
Well, hopefully goals, energy. I'm an attacking player, and yeah, just sort of that relentlessness, like going forward. I like to think that I won't stop running. Don't really give up. So yeah, that's what you can expect.
And maybe forming a bit of strike partnership with Jake Hyde as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I thought he was good last season when we played against him. So yeah, it'd be good. Hopefully, get a relationship going there, and yeah, climb the table.
And finally, I couldn't do this without mentioning it, but got it on good authority that football isn't your only talent. You're actually a pretty talented singer as well.
Do you know, I get this at every club I go to now. Well, I can't say, but it's one of them where I think it was Northampton where it all started, and sort of I didn't even know that the guy had recorded it, my initiation song, and then all of a sudden my Twitter was just blowing up. Yeah, it just took off basically. Yeah, so every time I club, everyone says, "Oh, you can sing, can't you?" And what do you say?
We'll have to hear you sometime, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I'll have to do it in an initiation song.
Well, that's it for this second new signing interview. Only a few more weeks now until we start pre-season. It'd be good to see you out on the pitch, and I wish you all the best of luck this season.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to it.
Cheers.